It's helped us immensely because what we do is we look at ways in which we try to get an edge on our opponents and look at it through footage, or full coverage actually, of our own games, and we look at full coverage of the opposition's games, and we look to see if there's patterns in their play that correlates, and looking at ways in which we can nullify or be more creative against this type of opponent. And we found it to be very beneficial in games. And you know, our away form this season has benefited probably more than the home form, because the home form is more about what you do as the team, as the host team, because in home games you have to make the game and you have to spend more time on ourselves about being creative and looking at areas we can exploit. So when we go away from home, we look at a certain percentage of our game as nullification, and that the video analysis and the footage from it is very, very beneficial. You see, there's different types of learning people who have different learning skills, and the auditory and the kinesthetic and the visual. Most people are visual, but you can be visual and look at footage, and I always reinforce it with a flip chart, because you know, you're hitting everybody then, and you know, everything that we look at today we've done kinesthetically in the training ground. So it's a reinforcement of all the learning skills. What you do it for is to let them see this is real, this is actually what happens, and so let's find a way, you know, let's find a solution between yourself, myself, the team. Let's find a way to improve upon our mistakes and repair them. And you know, for me, I think it's a no-brainer that it'll help people to perform better, with better organisation, with better taking on more responsibility, and certainly the respect that what they're going to see is sometimes it's going to be me that's going to be the one that's being pulled here because I made a mistake. So it keeps everybody lively, and there's no differences that you make in your players. So it's a good thing as well. I always say to them, there's a high percentage of analysis is to repair, to look at ways we can improve. And I always make that point. It's according to how you deliver it also. You have to make the point to the players that this isn't negativity, it's repair work. Like if you look at any production line and if it stops functioning, or it's like us losing a game, let's go to the heart of it and try and discover how we can do better. So that will always be from a negative, partially negative, to look at ways in which we can improve. But if you deliver it in a positive way, then you see that. So it's black and white, people know, there it is. Let's look to repair that. My fault, I take the responsibility. And let's see if I can step up for next week and make damn sure I'm not going to do it again. Or if someone's had a positive effect where they've got down the side of them and they've put crosses in the box, and you know, we nearly got in, and then the third time they do it, they get a goal. That's worth praise, isn't it? You know, and you've got to be skilled in how you deliver it, I feel, as well. It gives everybody ownership. There's no doubt about that. It gives everybody ownership. We all know that, and I bring out my mistakes. You know, I maybe play the wrong system, and I bring that out, and I say, look, you can see where I've made mistakes in my selection, where they got down the side of us. The preparation wasn't right. Let's go back to the drawing board and get it right for the next game. You must accept responsibility, and it removes a lot of the blame culture, because the blame culture is quite rife in our sport, in most sports. You know, people look to pass the buck, but there's no hiding place. So it's really good for the players learning, I think. If you've got a professional model, we've got ice baths, massage, injury prevention programs, strength and conditioning, physiotherapy. We've put all the nuts and bolts, the video analysis and the performance analysis, all of that there is in the ingredients of what we bake, for a bit of success. And we've brought in young players because this is very developmental for players. Young players of 17, 18, 19, 20. A lot of our players are from that age, and they see this as a learning tool, and it's good for them because they've just come out of classroom, environments, just leaving school, and they don't see this as being foreign to them. Where someone in their 30s maybe hasn't been at school for 14, 13 years, and going back there is always a little bit alien to them. But they once they see it in action, they can respond very positively.